So, hello and welcome. So, today we're looking to do a flight from, Larnaca, which is LCLK. We're just going to stick that on now. We're on Rocket Route airports. This is a good way to get charts, by the way. They're for free, and they are the latest ones. So, we're going to have a quick look at NOTAM. Nope. Okay, so the top arrivals, LGAV is Athens, LGIR, not quite sure. Top departures, that's, what do you call it? Tel Aviv, not quite sure where OEMA is. Okay, as for the NOTAMs, runway 0422 is going to be closed, but it's going to be on a late night closures. Yeah, same on the other NOTAM. So, again, we flew this on Tuesday. It's well out of our departure time. Also got an obstacle mobile crane. However, I looked at the weather, so we'd be clear to see that. But if we were concerned, we could have a look at where that was, just in terms of long lat. Okay. So again, the Meta is pretty good looking. We've got winds from 1104. Cav okay, so no issues there. I've just managed to pop the stars up for runway 22 because I'm doing this as a back commentary, and I'm just like going through all the mistakes I made before I even made them. That's how good I am after I made them, I suppose. So we're just gonna have a look at just opening everything up in new links because yeah. So that's a rather confusing parking docking chart, but trust me, it works. We're over on apron 1, we're going to taxi for a departure from runway 04. I'm just going to rotate that to look right. So yeah, you can see the airport's got two distinct aprons, apron 1 and 2. We're presently parked on apron 1, as I said. I don't understand the concept behind taxiway uniform, but yeah. There we go, there's the parking docking chart. We're on stand 13 at Larnaca. And we're going to push out, taxi off down Victor Hotel, then enter that and take off. Okay, PFPX time. So we are not flying as Greenland today. We are flying as Thompson. Well, charter 4 Thompson. Flight number is 5 Kilo Alpha Whiskey. And as discussed, we're going from Larnaca to Newcastle. Echo Golf November Tango. That's the route. We'll just create a new aircraft because we are flying the Leonardo Maddog today. So that's a McDonnell Douglas MD-82. Registration is G Charlie Oscar Echo Sierra. There we go. Everything there's good. We're not going to use Top Cat today. The weights are all good, so we'll leave that in there. Equipment configuration is standard, no ETOPS. Yeah. So we'll just stick G codes in, and there we go. So the route. Just do a fine track. So you can see the routes. There we go, got it. It's quite long and it's quite an interesting one to take, I suppose. We'll just export it though, and we'll just make sure it's also exported to the. I've done that already. Anyway, we'll not be inserting NatTab into this as the final waypoint. We'll also use Utteringham as our final waypoint instead of Tendo, and we'll use those two as our alternates, Edinburgh and Manchester respectively. They're both significant distances away in terms of the real world, so the weather changes should be significantly different should we not be able to land. I can't be bothered to edit that out. I said don't really need to. There's nothing naughty on there. We'll just get this up as well. I just couldn't find the Maddog. There we go. So actually what I wanted was manager and setup. So this is just to configure the MD-82 for our flight today. So you can see we're going to be going pretty near maximum takeoff weight. We actually did have this. We actually, outside of the filming, had issues with the takeoff weight taking off from Larnaca, even though we didn't derate at all. The loading system on this is quite peculiar because it won't let you load any other than that. But in the end, we did manage to get 172 people on board. Somehow. So 129 people on board. Well, whilst I fight this, we'll play you some funny cat videos. No, only joking. Wrong YouTuber for that. There we go. I'm kind of a little over there. Just need to sort the centre of gravity out mega fast. There we go. COG sorted. Fuel, we'll initialise that in the aircraft. We're taking an extra 15 minutes of fuel because the weather's a little bit shoddy at Newcastle. It was quite rainy when we took off, and I'm just concerned about not being able to get in first landing. put that in the contingency box. Tankering, we're not tankering anything because fuel's quite expensive down here, and we haven't really got the capacity to tanker anything. Remaining fuel again, none. Yeah, and we're doing EU ops because we're back in the EU. We'll leave it so we can run APU for the flight because just add a little extra redundancy in terms of our fuel. That's all set up. So computing the flight. Got a little bit of an issue there. So, okay, so we're roughly 7 tons over maximum ramp weight. That gives you an idea of how heavy we actually were for this flight. General. So just going to leave the cargo behind, and 200 kilograms of baggage, which puts us generously below maximum ramp weight, which is a little bit more acceptable. 7 tons lighter, and yeah, so 18.2 tons is our release fuel. There we go, giving us a total flying time of 6 hours 2 minutes, planning to burn 4 hours 47. Fun fact, the flight before this was, what do you call it? St John's to London Heathrow, and that was 4 hours 48 minutes, scheduled time en route. We also, just looking at this, we're going to get rid of the SID as well, because there's no point flying it because it just takes you out then straight back in over the aerodrome. So we'll go straight to Doren, is it? Yeah, Doren, which is bordering onto Turkish airspace. Because we fly straight over the top of Istanbul on this route actually. And there's nothing particularly concerned there, but as I said, we'd get rid of, well, we're stepping up to 360, we'll get rid of NATEB because we don't need it. It's actually straight over the top of the aerodrome, so it will just screw us up on the arrival. And we actually ended up, instead of going to Tendo, going to Ottringham, which is just about 20 miles west of Tendo. The weather, again, reiterating, it looks pretty okay. Got some light rain at Newcastle at this stage. Scattered clouds at 600 feet, broken clouds at 1,500, QNH 0091, which is quite low. Sorry, 0991, which is quite low, and it's scheduled to get some rain by the time we'd be landing, which is a little bit of an issue. Visibility would be good, however, with winds from the north-south. I'm confused with that one. But with 40% probability and showers and broken clouds at 1,000. And even though Manchester isn't much better, it's actually a better place to go because it's got a Category 3 ILS, one of the few in the UK. ATC flight plan, it makes no difference to us, that's what we'd give air traffic control, and they would be able to read that. Again, no TIMs we've discussed. And that's just about frequencies again. We're not looking at frequencies because we're flying this offline. So we ain't talking to no one. I mean, we can have a look on VATSIM just to see if there are any controllers on. I flew this, yeah, 20 past 10 in the morning. So that really didn't didn't make me think there would be much in the way of ATC. There you go, there's a few aircraft flying around but no air traffic, so just an excuse for you all to come and crash into me. No familiar names on there. But yeah, it's VATSIM, so it's always going to be busy, but just nothing that is, yeah, I'll just add that to the schedule. Okay, so that's the flight plan. We've glanced at the flight plan already. So folks, I'm going to cut the video here and we'll see you down in the aircraft.